Hi YouTube family, welcome into today's video. I'm so excited to do this because I love to bring you things that are a really good bargain that you can use instead of the super high-end products. Now, I am calling this a dupes video, but what I want to say is not every single thing is going to be super identical because obviously different companies use different ingredients. But these are the ones that I felt like could really be passed off as something that you can go down and purchase at the drugstore versus Sephora or the high-end at Ulta or Macy's that could really substitute for those things. They can really just perform just as good. They might be just a hair off in their color or their texture or something like that. But boy, these are really dang close. So I'm bringing you 5 or 6 dupes today. I hope that you enjoy them. Let's get into this so that we can find out what these dupes are. Okay, the first dupe that I'm bringing to you is actually one that I found because of you guys telling me you've got to try the Essence banana powder. And I was going on this Oprah kick of trying Oprah's banana powder, which I do still love. And you can see that they're quite a bit different in their shade range, but the brightening effect that they both have is both pretty darn close. The Essence powder is just a little bit lighter and the banana powder from Oprah is just a little bit more yellow. Now, I find that in different situations, I like both of these. The creaminess and the texture of them are really, really close. I would say that the Oprah is a little bit softer, but that's not necessarily good because when you're putting it underneath your eyes, if it's too soft, it can really, go into those fine lines and it can create a lot of texture for you. So I do like both of these very much. I use them both all the time. But I'm so glad that I found this dupe that is every bit as soft, every bit as lightening. Let me bring them both really close. So you can see that I hit pan and I do love it and I still use it. But today I do have on this banana powder. I really do feel like even though this wasn't those same colors, it was really close in texture, in wearability, in how creamy it was and how nice it sits underneath the eyes, especially when you have crepey under eyes as an aging woman. Okay, I also found this Catrice strobing blush quite recently, and it's really pretty. It has like 4 colors in one. When you swirl it all together, you get quite a beautiful color of blush. It's like a peachy pink. To me, it is the perfect peachy pink because I don't like my blushes to be too cool pink and I don't like them to be too warm peach because of my coloring is pretty neutral. And I found that it was a dupe for Berry Trifle from Laura Geller. This is a beautiful blush. All of Laura Geller's blushes I do recommend to people all the time. But what I love about both of them is they have just this tiny bit of iridescence or brightening effect, the satin finish, and it's so pretty. So I'm going to show you them both side by side and you can see how close they are. Texture wise, they're very close. In color, they're very close. And in how they perform is very, very close. So that is another one that I would highly recommend to you. Speaking of Laura Geller, I absolutely love Laura Geller's Baked Gelato Swirl highlighters. They are so pretty. And this one is my absolute favorite. This is Diamond Dust. This has the most beautiful, oh, it's just got this gorgeous, gorgeous glow on it. It shifts between a pink and a cream color that I think is just absolutely gorgeous. But the new Essence Pure Nude Space Lighter in Be My Space Light is a pretty darn good dupe for it. The textures are not exactly the same. The Baked Gelato does feel softer, but when you get this on and you see the colors, they are so close. Hopefully those are coming across on camera, but I love that this one is $5 and this one is like $26 or $24. The other thing I love about the Essence highlighters is how soft they are. The Laura Geller ones can be just a little bit more overpowering. So they do have their place, but I do love the Essence one and their softness that they have to them. Okay, this one you guys are going to think I'm a little bit off the wall about because it's not the exact color, but this one is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer in Tantastic. And then this one is the Physicians Formula butter bronzer that we all have. This color is the light one, the light bronzer. The regular bronzer looks almost identical to this one, and it's so pretty. I love them because not only do they both smell like coconuts, and I'm over here just going, I'm in heaven, but the other nice thing about them is their texture. They have such a pretty texture and such a great blendability on them. Let me lift up some of this one from Physicians Formula so you can see. That one is from Physicians Formula, and then this one right here is from Marc Jacobs. And yes, it is quite a bit darker, and like I said, if I had my regular one, which I can't find, I think it's in my purse or something. If I had my regular one, you could definitely see how they were identical in color, but they perform so much the same. They're between a matte and a satin, barely between there. They're more on the matte side, both of them, but they perform so good in that they give you such a good glow without looking orange. And that's what I've always loved about the Physicians Formula, and then I fell in love with the Marc Jacobs one. But what is interesting is the Marc Jacobs one is like $50 some, and this one right here is $15, and I know that you can get it on sale all the time. So I wanted to present that to you as a great alternative to putting out that big price tag. They perform so much the same, and like I said, if you get the regular bronze color, it is the exact color. Well, like I said, none of these are exact, but it is really dang close to the color that is right here for the Marc Jacobs one. Okay, bringing it down to one of the palettes that I love so much, and that is the Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. This was the first contour palette that I ever bought, and it's the first one that I ever really got into, and I love this palette. It is so nice. The colors in here are so soft, and what is really awesome about it is that this color right here has absolutely no yellow in it. And when you're looking for a contour, if you find ones that have yellow in it, you're not really getting what the contour is all about, which is just about shade or making something darker or making it a shadow. I will actually try to throw up one or two of my contour videos up here in a card, which I'll probably forget, but I do know that they are down in the description box. So look down in this description box if you'd like to know how to contour, but this is the first one that I fell in love with. Not only do I love this color for its contour, but I also like this color right here mixed with this color over here for a really pretty bronzer. And I do love how blendable and how creamy and how lovely this is. I use this banana powder as well all the time underneath my eyes, and I love it. But what I have found is that over time, I have shied away from using the Kat Von D one because it's so expensive. And so that's really hard when you find something that you love, but it's so expensive that you feel like you don't want to use it up, you want to save it. So what I did find was the Makeup Revolution, or the Revolution Beauty, they've changed their name, the HD Pro Contour Palette. And this one is in the light medium one, I believe. Yes, it is. And you can see I've hit pan on this right here. This is the perfect contour shade, again, that doesn't have any orange in it. And I used this color right here up in the corner for a bronzer, such a good bronzer. I used the banana powder, which is over here. I'm almost to pan on that one as well. This banana powder is great. I'm really into banana powders lately. I think they're so cool for brightening, and they're so great underneath your eyes. The texture of this is every bit as creamy and buttery as the Kat Von D one. I don't mind going through an $18 palette as opposed to about a $50 palette. It's somewhere in that range. I'll put it up on the screen. It might be more, it might be less. If you're someone that is drawn to those kind of palettes, those contouring palettes, this is such a great substitute for that. So that's it for today's comparisons on the dupe videos. I realize that we don't have big pocketbooks, lots of us, and I do have a few high-end things that I've been really choosy about purchasing that I feel like I can find a dupe for in drugstore. Please give this video a thumbs up and let me know that you liked it. I love you guys so very much. Thank you so much for spending your day with me. I do appreciate it, and I'll see you in my very next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye, guys.